Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show today. This is the Uncle Pappy Show. We're going to have a little small discussion today. Mm-hmm. But before we get to the discussion, I posted up a little question. I was watching Meet the Browns, and it dawned on me to put a question up. And the question was, guys, would you date a woman who had a hairy chest or more hair on her face than you? Would you date a woman who had more hair on her face than you do? Her beard is thicker than yours. She got a bushy chest, looking like King Kong, and like to wear her blouse unbuttoned. If you don't button up that shirt, put away Bushwick Bill. But now you got little nappy head kids sitting on your chest. Girl, go say it, King Kong. Oh, Lord. Okay. Anyway, tonight's question is this. And this is a real good one for you. Here's the question. The question I asked to the Facebook family is this. Do they believe that it is better to just take your child to church and make them go to church, or to allow the child to make that decision on their own? Should a parent make the decision on whether the child goes to church or not, or should that be left up to the child, whether they want to go or not? Meaning that if mama or mama and daddy or whatever goes to church, they're allowed to stay home because they don't feel like going to church with them. What do you think?
They need to go to church. Make them go to church.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because if you go to church, that's mainly like the discipline base of your life right there. You take them to church in the beginning, I mean, nobody, well, I ain't gonna say nobody, but not all kids are gonna completely love church and just, oh, we're going to church today. They're not gonna be like that, because it's early in the morning and take part out of their day. But I mean, they just need that discipline, that it's part of that discipline base, and they need to know prayer and get to know God.
Okay, let's get to another question then. Let's ask this question. What do you do if your child says they don't believe in the same God you believe in? And while you answering that, I'm gonna put that one out on Facebook. That's a good question.
What you mean? It's only one.
Yeah, but what if your child says, all right, for an example, what if your child says, you know what, you may believe in that Christian stuff, but I believe in being a Muslim.
You go get your Muslim butt and you go turn Christian, like the rest of the family.
What do you do if you believe in God, but your child believes in something else?
See, don't nobody kids do that. And that's why you're supposed to teach them when they're young. You let them get too old, and now they telling you they want to be Muslim, and you, weak parent, you can't tell them what to do, and you ain't got no control. So that's why you teach them when they're young. This what you gonna be. You don't got no say so. You're a Christian.
But what if you don't want to be a Christian?
I didn't ask you what you wanted to be. You're a Christian.
Okay. That's what it is.
You may not want to. That's just like me telling my mom and daddy, I don't want to be black. But you're black anyways.
It is what
you
it
can't
is.
change it. So when you get, you in this family, you black and you Christian. And you're not going to say that. You're just going to be black and Christian. You don't get no say so.
Okay, so then what you're saying is that until they get out and on their own, they don't have choices.
No, you don't got no choice.
Why not?
Because you under the roof. Just like my parents tell me, you don't got no choice. You abide by my rules under my roof until you get out. And that's it.
I like your answer. I like that. That's a good answer from a teenager. I agree 100%. You know, here's Pappy's opinion on this matter, and many others. And I'm gonna give you some real good advice, parents and Facebook family out there. I'm gonna give you some real good advice. When I used to do counseling, one of the biggest problems that we always constantly dealt with when we was dealing with other people's kids was the fact that the child had too many choices. And you have to understand, when you hand that level of responsibility, because making choices, good choices and strong, life-changing choices is a responsibility. And when you hand those kind of responsibilities over to an immature person, and I'm not calling them stupid or anything like that, I didn't say that. Immature means they have not fully developed their thoughts. And you know what I'm talking about, Facebook family, because many of us are adults and we are still learning life's lessons. So can you imagine putting life-changing options in front of a child who hasn't even experienced being on their own yet, haven't experienced paying any bills, haven't experienced having a true relationship, not this little high school or junior high or elementary school, whatever, you know, all those, they're still under your protection, even though they can complain about it, whatever. Bottom line is, they're still under your leadership. And when you give them life-changing decisions to rule over their life and they're not ready for that responsibility, you're just as damaging to them as they are to themselves. You are no different from a person who will give keys to a 10-year-old child and tell them you're free to drive anywhere you want to, knowing that a 10-year-old child, their foot can even reach the pedal, so they're going to find a way because they got the freedom to do it. You allowed them to go, so they'll put a stick on the pedal just to make it go because of the simple fact they have been given the keys. But in truthful honesty with you, yourself, and what you know about your child, is that a real decision you should leave to a child of that age? And let me tell you, you should know your child best. So when it comes to church and when it comes to other life-changing decisions, do not leave it up to a child to just solely make the total decisions. Now, I'm not saying they can't have an input. I don't want to put that out there where their opinions don't count at all. You can have an opinion, but the ultimate choice of what's going to happen in this home is going to be left up to me. Now, we can dialogue about it because that's very good. I want to know what's on your mind and what you're thinking. But according to my understanding of life and my responsibility to raise a genuine-hearted, good American child under the laws of the Bible, it is my job to do the best I can, and that includes taking you to church, so that you'll know what's going on. Because everywhere else you go, they're going to already teach you about what is not God. So somebody has to do the job of teaching you what is God. Now, when you become grown, at least you'll be making balanced decisions based off of two different types of opinions. What the Bible says versus what the world and what the colleges is going to try to teach you. So again, this is just one aspect of it. We can deal with some more later on at a different time, but the bottom line is, parents, I'm just saying, I agree with Domino. When you're underneath this roof, we have one principle rule that we follow and one principle religion, and that includes going to church. That's it, and that's all. Now, if you feel like you're too grown, like I was, you can move out while you're still in high school. That's what I did, only to come back to find out that my parents was telling the truth. So again, that was my level of maturity at the time. I thought I knew what was best, but I ended up making a big mistake. Got my head banged up. I call them learning lumps. You know, when you get your head all lumped up, you know, I call them learning lumps. Yeah, you get learning lumps. Just to come back to find out that what was true is true. The truth is always going to be the truth, whether it's 5, 15 years from now, whether you want to believe it now or you have to wait 20 years to get it. The truth does not budge, only lies. All right, well, we're going to close out for tonight. We're going to cut this short because I want to hopefully keep it within the parameters of the time so we can put this one up on Facebook. I'm sorry, not on Facebook, but on
YouTube.
No, it's all going to be there on YouTube because you have to have a certain time limit. So we're going to try to cut this one short. I do love y'all dearly. I guess that's about it. Hit me up on theunclepappyshow.com or theunclepappyshow@yahoo.com, and continue to hit me up on Facebook under Happy Pappy. And this is the host, Domino. We out of here. As we say at the end of every show,
DGU, don't give up.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.